Welcome, everyone.
Oh, do you want to hit the door, Jeff? Yeah. A lot of girls out there.
Madam Clerk, could you call the roll, please?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fashani,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Ms. Fashani, could you read us out of close, please?
Yes, I move that the Roanoke County School Board come out of closed session for the following: to discuss the investigation of a student matter pursuant to the Scholastic Record Exemption at 2.2-3711A2 of the Code of Virginia. I also move to certify to the best of each member's knowledge only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements under this chapter, and only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed meeting was convened were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the school board.
Second?
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fashani,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. Item 2.03, action from closed.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to allow students 2024-2025 numbers 21 through 22 to be released from compulsory attendance pursuant to 22.1-254B.1 of the Code of Virginia as amended.
A second?
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fashani,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. All right, welcome, everyone. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag All right, item 4.01, announcement of changes in the agenda. We don't have any. Item 4.02, approval of agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Fashani,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. All right, item 5.01, school spotlight, William Byrd High School, Mr. Travis Anderson.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Dr. Nicely, members of the board. Thank you for allowing us to present a few of the bright spots of William Byrd High School this evening. As you know, our school is part of a very close-knit community with a rich history and tradition, strong traditions. And we hope tonight that we can shed some light on those things that can't easily be put on like a school quality report card or in a report. So tonight I have a few of our student leaders who have graciously decided to give up part of their evening to be here with us. So tonight I've got Mr. Nathan Rogers and Miss Mira Raichura, who are our senior student advisory members. We've got Miss Emma Roop as well, who is our Leo Club president. And I've got Mr. Evan Copening, who's actually our top terrier this year. So we're very proud of the leaders that they are, and it's a joy to have them in our schools and to be able to spend time with them every day. So without further ado, I'm going to let them start off.
Athletics play a very important role in any high school, and this is especially true at William Byrd. We currently have 30 teams, including esports and scholastic teams. While we don't have the time to go over every team and accomplishment, we did want to mention a few of the big events that we have already occurred this school year. Big Orange Wrestling has been a long-standing tradition at Byrd. This is continued with our Big Orange Wrestling Tournament, which this year hosted 15 teams. This past fall, our competition cheer team also hosted our annual Battle at Byrd. Not only does this event raise funds for our competition cheer team, but also for a nonprofit organization each year. As we will be recognized here shortly, our football team came back-to-back region championships. Our Dog Pound student section supports our team enthusiastically and is full of students from all grade levels. We currently have 33 clubs for students to participate in that include a wide range of interests. The clubs range from academic focus, such as History Club, Pre-Med, Science, and Math Pound, to service oriented through Beta and Leo, to other interests including pickleball, Terrier TV, among others. Every teacher helps with either a club or athletic team at Byrd. There is a place for everyone to join in. New clubs are added each year based on student interest. The Reindeer Club is another long-standing tradition at Byrd. This year, the Reindeer Club has hosted a blood drive and another to come, as well as continuing the tradition of spreading school spirit, especially around breaks and holidays.
Last week, William Byrd hosted our first annual science showcase. Students presented the science projects that they have been working on since the fall. We had 36 students showcase their work, and we look forward to seeing it grow in the future. This gave students an opportunity not only to showcase their work, but also practice their presentation and communication skills as parents, staff members, and community members asked questions and provided feedback. Performing arts, art, and health and PE electives. Instrumental to any high school is the marching band, and the marching terriers are no exception. From pep rallies, state walks, to football games and parades, they proudly demonstrate the spirit of William Byrd High School. Our choir program has continued to grow in recent years and has had students participate in the state honor choirs. These are a few of the many electives that are offered at Byrd. Students are able to select the classes that not only meet their interests, but most importantly, build a foundation for their career paths. Some of the many offerings include tech ed, shop classes, which always have a waiting list, marketing classes including robust co-op programs of more than 150 students, business classes, art, PE, family and consumer sciences, word languages including Spanish, French, German, and Latin, and many others. These classes allow students to gain valuable skills while aligning with core classes.
Our two most prominent service clubs are Beta and Leo. Our Leo Club is very active in our community and always partners with the local Lions Clubs to support their mission. The Leos in the past year have volunteered with the pancake and spaghetti fundraisers, cleaned up debris and trash beside the roads in Mount Pleasant, helped with eyeglass recycling, soup for seniors, and many other functions. We partner with many organizations and businesses like the Rescue Mission and Chris's Coffee and Custard. These clubs provide students with opportunity to not only serve our community, but also to build our 21st century skills, giving real world experiences and collaboration and critical thinking.
William Byrd offers many celebrations to honor their students and their achievements. As has become tradition this year, we began the school year with the announcement of the top terrier. Students nominate and faculty members select a senior that they feel best exemplifies a terrier and serves as a role model demonstrating integrity, loyalty, and courage of character. This year, we brought back the annual homecoming parade. It was a great start to returning to normalcy after spending the past few years coming through a pandemic and construction. The homecoming court, clubs, marching band, cheerleaders, and the Navy NDCC participated in the parade this year. The Navy National Defense Cadet Corps, which is hosted at Byrd, returned to the tradition of hosting our local veterans during our Veterans Day program. This was an opportunity to not only thank our local veterans for their service, but also use this time of reflection during a flag retiring ceremony. Each month, we recognize outstanding teachers and students as Terriers of the Month. Students are recognized on the announcements in the Vinton Messenger on the school sign-on bypass. And we are thankful of the business that sponsors this recognition, allowing our students to also receive a bag of treats and a t-shirt. Our school this year also started a school-wide snowball fight. Over the course of a couple weeks, students and staff threw over 500 paper snowballs that included positive comments and other students and staff members about those, and they also participated as well. This helped spread positivity and thankfulness throughout our building, and this will be a continued tradition in the future. We thank you again for allowing us the time to show you just a snapshot of what makes William Byrd such a great school.
And it was actually 5,000 snowballs, and it was great to see how many kids were just excited when they got some of those positive notes, I've got some in my drawer as well that, I keep and read after. And it's funny, we looked at the data and actually discipline referrals went down to just a quarter of what they normally are. And I have no doubt it was because of that. So, thank you. Oh, you already left me. Thank you. I appreciate them being here tonight, and thank y'all for having us.
Thank you. Mr. Rayland?
So obviously, I swell up with pride when our school and our kids are here, and our kids, I call them kids, they're becoming young adults. What amazing students. If y'all would stand back up, I would selfishly like to get a picture with you guys. It would mean a lot. And Miss Newcomb, Mr. Anderson, y'all, what y'all do for our school and our community is amazing. These are the best and the brightest, some of the best and brightest. We've got a lot of good students, but we are, just proud of each of you. I've interacted with each of you in some way or fashion, and you can't imagine how good these students are and how what they mean to our community and how they're coming along with our community. I want to give a special shout out to Lisa Stover, who's back here. Yep. Stand up, Lisa. You need. I know. I've got you. So she is. So let me make a challenge to our other board members. Lisa is head of our Leo Club at William Byrd, and for those of you that aren't familiar with Leo, it's an offshoot or the youngsters of the Lions Club, which is a service community organization that I'm a part of with the Vinton community, and Lisa's a part of, and Emma now, comes to our meetings, and so, and we have the largest Leo club, correct me if I'm wrong, in the state of Virginia. And so I don't know if we have another one do we have one at Hidden Valley?
I was at a JDRF event, a walk, and all these Leos come. I said, where are you guys here from? I don't understand. What is this about? And the student spoke up and told me. And I said to Bella and a couple of her friends, I said, guess what y'all need to do? You need to start a Leo club. And they did. So Hidden Valley High School has one now, too.
Well, they are amazing.
And it's great. So that's because of y'all, the precedent that you set.
And Lisa heads there, and it's because of a good leader. It's not just because we do have great students, but we have a good leader in Lisa, and she brings these kids together. When we have a service-oriented event for the community in Vinton, we have as many or more Leos than we have us Lions Club members. And so that's a testament to Lisa and our kids and our community. But I would challenge, they do service projects, cleaning up trash on the greenways. They help us with pancake breakfast fundraisers, and we give all this money back to the community, but they help us with that and
Help with
spaghetti
the JDRF
dinners
walk, setting up,
all
breaking down,
kinds of-
everything.
Yeah, so I challenge you. It's a wonderful service organization for our kids to give back to the community. So thank y'all for everything. And I would selfishly I'd like Ms. Newcomb to come and Dr. Nicely and some.
Yeah. Father of proud William Byrd grad. Three of them. I got a few myself.
Was Mr. Kegel's chopped liver over there? Todd.
Oh, yes, sir.
Should we step on the back and do it? Still playing.
Just I want to talk to you about Rod. What are we doing?
Don't go anywhere. Anybody else? Have them right there. Go for it.
Oh.
I hope I embarrassed you, Lisa.
Item 5.02, William Byrd High School Varsity Football Regional Champions, Mr. Travis Anderson.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nicely, I present to you the William Byrd High School varsity football team, and we've got them here tonight to recognize their accomplishments, especially with the back-to-back region championships. And as some of y'all may know, they have come a long way. And with this team, it's more than just their accomplishments on the field. I can honestly say, seeing them in the hallways, seeing how they are in the classroom, it's wonderful. And we're very proud of them. Again, I'm glad they have the accomplishments on the field, but it's great to see them in the classroom and what they mean for our school. Same with Coach Lutz, dedicated teacher. Love to have him there, and great coach as well. And he has put a lot of time into these young men, and it's just been wonderful to see that they're reaping the rewards of all that hard work and dedication. So I'm going to turn it over to Coach Lutz here.
First of all, thanks for having us here. It's truly an honor. We know that very few teams probably get recognized under these circumstances, and we're truly honored to be here and represent not only William Byrd High School, but the great county of Roanoke County and the school system here. It's been a tremendous road the last 2 years. I'll joke about this a little bit, but I mean this with the utmost respect to our program. We weren't recognized when we were 0-9 a few years ago, and that's something that we understood and something we worked for. And I've said this numerous times over the last 2 years, is that we live in a day and age when things get difficult, that people tend to run in the opposite direction of difficult. The kids in our football program worked harder and did it the right way. We grew in numbers over the last couple years, and the success that our program has grown is all on the shoulders of the young men who have been through it. Our senior class this year is one of the most recognized and successful football classes in the history of our school. Prior to them getting to our high school, there were 4 playoff wins in the 98 years of high school football at William Byrd, and 0 regional championships. This class is graduating this year with 6 playoff wins and 2 regional championships and a district championship. And that speaks volume. But I will tell you this, and they will be quick to tell you this, is that it's not about one player or one class in this program. It's about the team. It's about the group in the locker room. It's about the things that they learn on the football field. I'm biased. I think football is one of the greatest things that's put in public schools because it teaches lessons that we can't learn in books and classrooms, and I say that as a teacher. I'm proud of the kids in our program. I'm honored to share the sidelines with some great coaches that we have that pour into these kids. I will have to apologize, though. We don't have our whole group. We have a lot of kids that wrestle, play basketball, and are at a track meet right now. But the kids that we brought here are really the glue and a part of the program that's special and something that we're building. Again, honored to be here. I would like these guys to say their names as we go through. That's probably the part they weren't looking forward to, but this would be a great skill for them to say that in front of all these people. So we'll start over here, and we've got a couple coaches here. I'll let them introduce themselves as well.
Hello, I'm Coach Close. I'm also a middle school teacher at William Byrd Middle.
Tate Coates. Cannon Lutz.
Justin Rosenbaum.
Luke Richardson.
Landon Martin.
Cyrus Adams.
Greg Stiltner.
Hayden Lesh.
Jamas Toller.
Dominic Myers.
Cam McKee.
Evan Saber.
Jonathan Rosser.
Caleb Brock. Katie McReynolds.
Ryan Carroll.
Stephen Byers. Nick Tony.
Owen Johnson.
Connor Whitehead.
And I am also Coach Close, brother of the other Coach Close.
Nice.
I'll say this in closing one more time. Thanks for having us. I will say this, Jonathan Rosser, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And on top of that, last night, Jonathan committed to the University of Virginia's College at Wise, where his entire tuition is paid for through football and academics. So big day for him. So.
So, guys, we're obviously proud of you. Coach Lutz, I actually hit on something that I was going to bring up. Our community's proud of you. To do this twice and then to run into whatever. Y'all played just a wonderful season. You're great kids. You do represent our community well. Mr. Anderson was right on with that, and I hear nothing but good things in our community about our kids in the football program. But I want to say, you're probably right, Coach Lutz. We probably should have brought you in on the 0-9 season, but I don't think you want to celebrate that part of it. But I do celebrate that you were 0-9 and you never wavered. You never even blinked. You kept pushing forward. You knew the program could turn around. And I don't mean wins. I think the wins are kind of ancillary to what you bring to this program and what all of you coaches bring to this program. I think I'm more proud of that 0-9 season, the way we acted and the way we conducted ourselves and the way we went through that season, as I am with these last two seasons of, well-deserved wins. So I thank you for what you, and I tell you this all the time, but I thank you for what you mean to our community. I thank you and Coach, all the coaches that aren't here. There's many more that go with these guys, and there's obviously many more players that go with these guys. But you truly epitomize what it means, to work hard and reap what you sow. And it's just amazing. I mean, for anybody that's been behind the program that has followed us at all, you can't help but be amazed at where you guys are right now. It's amazing. So I think it comes from leadership. So thank you guys and thank you coaches. Can we selfishly do this again? Can we get one more picture, Chuck? Yeah.
Sam.
I think Mr. Linden wanted to make a comment.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there.
I'd also just like to say congratulations. It's been so exciting to see what these players have done for that community and the foundation. You guys need to be proud of the foundation that you've laid for those younger kids in the middle school and rec club programs, because I've seen the excitement over there in that community, and the foundation that you've laid is going to be instrumental to the longevity of the success over there at William Byrd. So job well done. Great season. Congrats.
So this one we are going to have to do upper lower, kind of combine all in as best as we can. We have a big group. Still score in the middle. All right. You guys all get first shot. There they are. Go for it.
Oh, my God. Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Congratulations
I,
for having us.
I recognized him. Before you said your name, I recognized you. You look a little different, though. How's it going? Yeah. How's it going? It's good? Yeah, good. Good to, he's good. Did you? Oh, good. Good to see you. Good to play baseball with Charlie. Several of them, yeah. Why are you making that face? Why are you making that face?
I don't know how to do anything back.
No extra credit for anyone leaving.
They don't care.
They don't, I wouldn't either.
I'm sure they're all straight A's.
Yeah.
They sound like they're good kids.
Actually,
I know a couple of them. They play baseball with Charlie.
They really are some
Few of
good
them.
kids.
Your weight room's working good.
They-
Yes, some boys are big.
It's a-
I thought your one coach on the end was like a student.
I
was
can't
like,
read. I
I know.
recognize him after a minute, but I'm thinking, he's a little bigger than
it's
normal.
like a D1 athlete standing there.
He's in good shape too.
All right, item 5.03, Hidden Valley High School 2024 Volleyball Team State Championship Recognition, Mr. Josh Whitlow. I don't know if he's in here. Yeah.
Might want to give them
Yeah. There's Chloe.
Congratulations.
That's fine.
I mean, keep sliding.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the Roanoke County School Board, Dr. Nicely, and all others present this evening. I had the pleasure of being in this audience when the Cave Spring High School cheerleading squad was recognized for their back-to-back state championship win earlier this year. Needless to say, I'm very grateful to be here tonight to recognize the Hidden Valley High School back-to-back state champion volleyball team. This year, these ladies continued their nearly 3-year domination of the court with the intention of staying on top for a second state championship. To maintain such an incredibly high level of play requires individual and collective commitment, solid coaching, and the tremendous support of their families and school. Their drive to excel and the foundation of support they enjoyed resulted in a 29-2 record, a district championship, a region runner-up, numerous individual recognitions at the district and region levels, as well as multiple all-state players, and of course, a Class III state championship win. As was stated last year, these young ladies are truly exceptional and battled hard to reach this pinnacle of success. At this time, I wish to turn the presentation over to Coach Pierre Ellis so he might introduce the players and share more about this outstanding team and their accomplishments. Coach.
Madam Board, Board Supervisors, thank you guys for having us this evening. I'd first like to give glory to the Lord. Because of him, all things are possible. And with that said, Mr. Whitlow, Mr. Weaver, thank you both for the opportunity to coach this fine and outstanding volleyball team. But more importantly, it is just like Mr. Whitlow said, 29-2. These young ladies got to 29-2 because they bought into the process. They believed in themselves, they believed in the teammates, and they bought into it. With that came adversity, with that came passion, but at the very end, they were able to look back and say, you know what? Back-to-back state champions. And that is quite the accomplishment, and that speaks very loudly to that of our senior group of ladies that have been there for 3 consecutive years, who were able to both help me and help their younger teammates develop into what this program has become. And for that reason, I want to congratulate each and every one of them. Because of them, that's why we're here this evening. So congratulations, ladies. 29-2 is nothing less than amazing. Very good. And one last acknowledgement. Thank you to these fine coaches. They're also the reason we were able to do what we did as a volleyball team. So Curtis, I appreciate you. Ms. Allison, I appreciate you. And Logan, you're third but not last. Thank you for all you guys did. All right, without further ado, let me begin with Callie Anderson. Sophie Arnold. Abby Bishop. Kinley Brown. Meredith Crawley. Maddie Carter. Ms. Lou Dudley. Bella Fachani. Mia Jolly. Sophia Jordan. Camlin Morstad. Chloe Mascaro. Kaylee Pawn. Olivia Fire. Thank you again to everyone. And from this team, we had two All-State players, Miss Sophia Arnold, and Player of the Year, Miss Kaylee Pawn.
So I'd like to make a couple comments, but if you guys want to go back to your half circle, then I'll and I won't be making my comments to your back.
And I do believe as your PR person, there's one bit of news that was missed. Kaylee Pond, your Gatorade Virginia Player of the Year for volleyball.
It's amazing. So, wow, it's truly an honor to recognize an extraordinary group of young women athletes, our Hidden Valley High School girls volleyball team. You achieved something remarkable by winning the state championship 2 years in a row. Winning a championship once is impressive, but defending that title, especially with coaching staff changes and everything that comes with it, speaks volumes about the strength of your character, your resilience, and your unwavering dedication. I'm reminded of a quote by a legendary coach, I'm sure you guys know him, Vince Lombardi, who said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." And that's exactly what you guys did. You didn't settle when things got tough. You kept striving, you kept pushing, and you kept believing in yourself. And the coaches alluded to that earlier about your belief in yourself. That relentless pursuit of excellence is what led you to this remarkable achievement, 2-time state champs. Just want to say to the coaches, you deserve a huge thank you. Stepping into a new role, leading a team with high expectations is no small task. But you brought dedication and vision, guidance, and I believe that you helped these players not just as athletes, but as individuals. That's a big deal. Your belief in them helped carry them across the finish line. And when coaches believe in our students and our athletes, great things happen. And that's exactly, I think, what happened here. Just want to say thanks to the parents. I can't see you, but I know you all very well. Thank you for all you've done to support your children throughout this incredible volleyball season. Your sacrifices, your encouragement, your commitment have been the foundation of their growth and success. And that comes both on and off the court. All of these women here, young ladies, are exceptional students as well. The time that they put in on the court and then the time that they have to put in studying is a lot. So this state title victory is as much a reflection of your parents' dedication as it is of your hard work. And to the players, winning back-to-back state championships, as I said, is no small feat. But I want you to remember, it's not just the trophy that defines you. What truly matters is that despite the challenges and the differences along the way, you all pulled together when it counted. You found strength in each other, you leaned on each other, and ultimately, you showed everybody what resilience is. The road wasn't always perfect, and that's okay. I believe that it's in these imperfect moments that we learn the most. And learning to deal with adversity and how to become comfortable in the uncomfortable, whether it's personal struggles or team conflicts or just a bad day on the court, that is what builds character. You've all demonstrated that being a champion isn't about winning. It's about learning, growing, and aiming upward. Lastly, I want to say that your perseverance reminds me of a biblical principle from Matthew 5:41, and it says, "If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles." You guys just didn't meet expectations, you exceeded them. Even when things got difficult, you went above and beyond. And that's what champions do. You go above and beyond. So remember, there's no traffic jams on the 2nd mile. And why is that? Because it's the folks like you that go above and beyond, and you set yourself apart. So as you celebrate this incredible achievement, I want you to remember that champions are made by consistently going the extra mile, not just to win, but to lift each other up and those around you. You've shown us all that by working hard together, staying determined, and pushing through challenges. Anything is possible. I have no doubt that if you continue to aim upwards and go the 2nd mile, you'll be rewarded with even more opportunities to achieve your greatness. So congratulations once again, and thank you all for inspiring us with your grit and your determination. Congratulations. Olivia, was that your phone that was going off? Is that why you're giggling?
Add that song to your playlist.
All right, you all are dismissed. I'll miss the seniors next year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Miss you guys. Come back.
So fun. Carly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Item 5.04, acceptance into the Apprentice School, Mr. Christian Kish.
Good evening, Madam Chair Clemens, members of the school board, Dr. Nicely. Thank you for welcoming us this evening. As the principal of Burton Center for Arts and Technology, and also on behalf of Principal Jill Green at Northside High, who I can see on the television. It's actually right behind me, so say hi, Jill. There we go. We want to extend our sincerest congratulations to Zabian Nelms on his remarkable achievement in being accepted into the Apprentice School. Yes, it is a "the" with a capital TH, Mr. Linden. This is a testament to his dedication, hard work, and exceptional skills in welding. His acceptance is a significant milestone, not only for himself, but also for Burton Center. It reflects the high quality of our welding program and also the dedication of his instructor. So at this time, I'd like to have his welding teacher, Mr. Chris Overfelt, say a few words.
We've only ever had 4 kids get in that school. They have about a 2.8% acceptance rate, which is higher than Harvard or Yale. And not only does he have to have welding skills, he has to have academic skills. So it's a testament to our school system. We've had one kid actually stay down there. He bought his own house at 18 years old. He come out of the machine shop. And I had another student of mine a couple years ago that was going to go, but now he's a pilot. So when Sabian come in and told me he applied, I was like, okay, cool. You know, not all of, I mean, he's one of those kids that he doesn't say a whole lot other than yes, sir, no, sir, and hey, how you doing? And scares me when I open the door at 7 a.m. and there he is. So I'll miss that when he graduates. He's like my morning 7 a.m. wake up call when I go across the way to see my counterpart over there in machine shop. But when he did get in, he was just sitting in class and he come in, he sat down, he goes, hey, I got in. And it was just like, it was no big deal. So, and I'm like, you're kidding me. So, I didn't mean for anybody to make a big deal out of it, which it is a big deal. But it is a true testament to this young man standing in front of us, how good of a student he is. So thank y'all for honoring him.
Impressive.
All right. So we're incredibly proud of Zabian's accomplishments, and we wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors at the Apprentice School. We're confident that you will continue to excel. So please join me in congratulating Zabian Nelms.
Hold on, Mr. Overfelt. I got some nice words to say. Well, first, congratulations to the young man. It's an awesome achievement, and you're going to have a bright future ahead of you. I just want to take a moment to thank Mr. Overfelt. I've personally got to see firsthand his knowledge and ability, and his love for his craft, and I just want to say thank you. I've taken his adult ed class over the last couple months, and this young man will outweld me all day long. But, Mr. Overfelt, thank you for everything you do for our kids. It's just amazing what you're doing back there with your motorsports program. How many national titles?
4.
4 national titles. And Burton, it's just awesome. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. Just wanted to recognize you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all's support with the new school. It's going to be pretty cool. So we need it.
We can count on you for another 10 years?
He's only 35. I think we got him for a while, right?
Some of you, I think some of you know, I went to Northside. I graduated from Burton. When Mr. Carroll left, I took his, he recommended me for the job, and it wasn't welding then or motorsports, it was small engines. And we, developed the welding and motorsports program in 2002. And it's grown from there. We built the first race car. There was some issues about, I don't think anybody thought we'd ever build a race car over there. Because, most of the programs you don't build race cars in, and you've seen some of the stuff we do. So, we go win the national titles and win scholarships for these kids. And I didn't have that opportunity when I went to Burton or Northside. It's a cool school, but we didn't have the scholarships and the opportunities that are in front of these young people now. Apprentice school came to our school, back a long time ago and talked to me. But at that time, they weren't paying a whole lot of money, and I didn't see a benefit of leaving my home where I was getting free rent and traveling all the way to Virginia Beach. But currently now he's set up pretty well. They pay really well. He will get to play ball, and they actually pay him to play football.
Awesome.
While he's getting paid, he leaves work and actually will go to practice. So there's a whole lot more to the apprentice school than we're leading on, but we could sit here and talk about it for an hour. But for the things that our kids are exposed to now, we didn't have that opportunity 20 years ago. So, and that's a testament to our school and to our school board. Yeah.
And to
Superintendent. So.
And to leaders like you.
We got to have him. He needs to come to night class more so he can learn how to.
Is he not trainable?
He's on my absentee accessibly list.
You want to sign up? You want to go? We can do welding. Put on a welding hat.
All right, let's do it.
I will pay to see you both weld.
We'll go.
All right,
We'll
let's
go.
go.
All right, Shelley, we can do that.
It's night classes, and I tell Mr. Kishin, I told Hudson that when I leave there at 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night, the only body else there is the skunk, and they thought I was kidding. And the first night, Hudson and Vaheeler called me and said the skunk's outside. So that late at night, it makes it pretty rough. So
We'll get that skunk eventually.
hopefully we won't have one at the new
Yeah.
schools.
That's right.
That's right. So, but thanks again for the new school and all the support and y'all recognizing us.
Congratulations.
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 Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Item 5.05, All Tech Innovation Challenge First Place winners, Mr. Christian Kish. Recognize a few of these kiddos.
All right, so the next bit of exciting news is presenting our engineering students who took first place in the Altech Innovation Challenge. So what this challenge does is it invites local high school students to team up and address a real-world problem with an innovation that benefits the entire community. Teams then get to hone their presentation skills by sharing their solution with a panel of judges. So at this time, allow me to introduce Ms. Sarah Garrell, the director for the Center for Engineering, who will give some details on our winning team, Trail Safe.
Thank you for recognizing the Burton Engineering Center and these incredible students in their outstanding accomplishment. As part of the Altech Innovation Challenge, they were commissioned and tasked to develop a STEM-based solution to solve a problem in the community. So Jonathan Booker is one of the team members of Trail Safe, and he wants to tell you just a little bit about what their solution was for their community.
For the Alltech Innovation Challenge, our team designed a solution
to improve emergency response times and alleviate the lack of cell service issue at Carvins Cove Nature Reservoir. Over the past semester, we have designed our emergency call box solution. Our emergency call boxes include medical supplies and a radio system that we will build and program, which helps people in no cell service areas contact emergency services in case of an injury. During the course of this challenge, we consulted multiple industry professionals from various fields, including engineers from the Virginia Department of Transportation, medical experts from Carillion Wellness, and government representatives from the Roanoke Parks and Recreation. In the spring of 2025, with the $10,000 we won from this challenge, our call boxes will be put at 3 locations at Carvins Cove. This will help alleviate the lack of cell service in the area and improve public safety. Thank you.
All right, so please join me in congratulating first place winners and the recipients, as Jonathan said, of $10,000 to implement their project in the Alltech Innovation Challenge. Jonathan Booker, Cave Spring High School. Brian Parker, Cave Spring High School. Not present, but from Hidden Valley, is Lila Ramey. Abigail Tubert from Glenver High School. Kenneth Walters from Cave Spring. And Noah Wiseman from Northside. Congratulations.
I'd like to say congratulations, everyone, and also I'd like to thank Alltech. They do a lot for us, and Mr. Tolis at Alltech had contacted me about this program, and I'm glad that we implemented it. It's awesome for the community as well as the learning of our kids. It's great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Christian.
Item 5.06, 2024 Virginia Tech Outstanding Mentor Award, Ms. Shannon Norman, Cave Spring Elementary School music teacher, presented by Mr. Rick Elliott and Dr. Emmett O'Leary.
Madam Chairman, members of the board, Dr. Nicely, thank you for allowing us to come and have this presented. You know, we're teachers in a school system that emphasizes children. One of the things that we don't always remember or make a whole lot of point to recognize is that being around several universities that have fine teacher preparation programs, we do have teachers who take on student teachers and interns and do a very good job. The teacher that we're recognizing this evening is one of those teachers. She's a fine music teacher, and I hope you don't mind if I talk about her for just a second before I present the person who's going to give her the award. Mrs. Shannon Norman teaches at Cave Spring Elementary School. This is her 3rd year there and her 4th in Roanoke County. She is a native Virginian who hails from Amherst. She holds a bachelor's and a master's degree in music education from Western Carolina University and UNCG. She also holds a level 3 certification in the Orff Schulwerk method of music education. She is a French horn player, and this is her 24th year of teaching. She lives near Boone's Mill with her husband and daughter. And again, she's a fine teacher, and I believe the students at Cave Spring Elementary School are darn lucky to have her. I would like to introduce, this is Dr. Emmett O'Leary. He's the Assistant Professor of Music Education at Virginia Tech.
Good evening, and thank you so much for giving your time for us to share this award with Ms. Norman. I first wanted to share, I've had the great privilege of, in our teacher preparation program, working with a number of RCPS graduates, and it is a huge testament to your support for music that these students would have such wonderful experiences in their schools that they would choose to take that on as their profession going forward. Tonight, I'd like to recognize Ms. Norman, who has been a wonderful mentor and embodies a lot of the things we hope our students to see out there in the field. And the student teaching internship is such a vital part of becoming a teacher because it's their chance to bridge what they learn in the classrooms of Virginia Tech and put it into practice into the actual schools. And what we have seen is our students throughout RCPS, but with Ms. Norman in particular, have the chance to see that this is a joyful profession and a chance to work with really talented children in really wonderful schools. And the kindness and care and just model of professional practice that our students have seen with Ms. Norman has been a model for what we hope to see with any intern we have. So I hope you will join me in congratulating Ms. Norman as the 2024 Virginia Tech Outstanding Music Mentor Award.
Thank you.
I can tell you don't want to speak in that microphone.
I'm good.
I bet you can sing, though.
I'm not singing down here by myself.
Congratulations, Ms. Norman. Item 6.01, report by Student Advisory Council Representative Nathan Rogers.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, and Dr. Nicely. Thank you for the opportunity to share some highlights from our Student Advisory Council meeting held January 15th, 2025. Our guest speaker last week was Ms. Nancy Hans, the Executive Director of the Partnership of Cabrillo and Monis, and Officer Hubbard, the SRO for Cave Spring High School. We worked with Ms. Hans to formulate ideas and proactive approaches to help limit vaping both in our schools and communities. Some of the ideas included establishing anonymous reporting systems for students to turn in vapes, adding anti-vaping messages and resources to our digital school signs, launching a sticker shock campaign in local stores to highlight the illegal purchase age and discourage underage access, promoting cessation resources to students who are interested in quitting vaping, and introducing educational modules like Catch My Breath to help students better understand the risks of vaping. Students at each school will meet with their administration to identify ideas and actions that we believe can positively impact our schools and communities. We also elected our new clerk last week. Congratulations to Lily Braddock, who was elected as clerk, and Taylor Gruce, who will serve as the alternate. We took time to review feedback from a recent student survey on the Canvas platform. With this being our first year of full implementation of Canvas, we wanted to see how the user experience has been for students. The majority of students, 85%, rated the experience as excellent or good. While most students expressed that they have experienced some issues with navigating between different courses and teachers to find materials, only 10% of students said this was a consistent issue. The next SAC meeting will be held on February 5th, featuring a presentation on technology by Jeff Terry and Ryan McCormick. Thank you for your time and continued support of student leadership and engagement in our district.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Item 7.01, hearing of citizens for agenda topics. We don't have any. Item 8, consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Linden,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnny,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clement.
Yes, ma'am. Item 9.01, new policy, restrictions on coaching assignments, Dr. Jamie Soltis.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Dr. Nicely. At the January 8th board work session, staff presented a proposed new policy, 5.61. We have changed the title to restrictions on coaching assignments. The policy has been revised to include additional language to include athletic directors and above employed by Roanoke County Public Schools to be prohibited from serving as a coach for any athletic team within the division. Additional language was also added to allow athletic directors to temporarily assume coaching responsibilities in emergency situations, provided they receive prior approval from the superintendent or the superintendent's designee. This modification would address extraordinary circumstances where a qualified coach is unavailable, ensuring the continuation of athletic programs without compromising the integrity of the policy. Temporary coaching assignments under this provision will be approved in advance by the superintendent or the designee, limited to the duration of the emergency or until a suitable replacement is secured, and documented in writing, including the nature of the emergency and the anticipated duration. So at this time, staff would recommend that the board approve the revised policy, and also the staff would recommend that the board not make this policy effective until July 1st. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do we have a motion to approve the policy as presented?
Sure. Madam Chair, I move that the proposed new policy 5.61, restrictions on coaching assignments, be approved as presented to be effective July 1st, 2025.
I'll second.
Do we have discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair. As I think I've made it known, do have a number of concerns. For starters, I feel this has been very rushed. Obviously added late to our work session agenda back on January 8th, I think just 24 hours before the work session agenda, and feel as though we need to get this right and to make sure it's right. I do like some of the changes that were added, but we've had two changes in the 2 weeks since that work session agenda, adding the VHSL language and then also adding about employees above that position. So not really prepared to approve this or vote for this tonight. To my knowledge, we really haven't had any conflicts with the two coaches that have been athletic directors and also coaches at the same time, other than maybe some wins and losses and some uptight parents who don't like losing, but that's part of sports, I think. So it just seems like it is maybe a targeted policy at the moment. So if this policy isn't going to take effect until July 1st, I don't know why we want to rush through this and maybe we should take some time to get a little more feedback. I'm not sure the public knows what we're voting on tonight, since it has changed a couple times here recently. And at the very least, I believe that the individual that this will affect should be grandfathered in. But ideally, I would like to see this tabled until we have time to get additional feedback from the community and a little more transparency.
I'll make a comment, Madam Chair. Okay. So I've proposed in the past in a work session that we implement a policy which states which committees we have. And one of the committees I think that we're lacking is a policy committee. So that would alleviate the concerns that you have tonight, David, in my opinion, because you have a group of people who come together, work with staff to craft policy, to make sure it's sound and can be transparent, and then you talk about it at a work session. And then, in fact, you do have 30 days before you vote on the policy for any public comment. So, again, it would be my suggestion, in the past, to do as other school boards have done, to have a committee policy, but I was shut down on that. So, I mean, that's something that we should obviously talk about if you're worried about transparency, but I don't think there's any transparency issues here, in my opinion.
Any other comments? All right. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Greenway,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. London?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Fajani?
Yes.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clemens?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Soltis. You can go. Item 10, information agenda, we don't have anything. 11.01, hearing of citizens for non-agenda topics, we don't have any. Item 12.01, report by Roanoke County School Superintendent, Dr. Nicely. Welcome, Dr. Nicely.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. I want to once again congratulate all of the students and athletes and coaches and teachers recognized this evening. I think this is just emblematic of why the folks here in Roanoke County Public Schools, all the folks that make up, or the students, our families, our teachers, our staff, it's just a great place to be. And it's always a wonderful thing to recognize them. Our students' registered apprenticeship showcase, which is now an annual event, is actually taking place this evening down at the Berglund Center. And I believe this evening we had 20 businesses represented and almost 400 students registered to participate. And just want to highlight that and recognize all the folks who exercise leadership in putting that together. Roanoke County Public Schools actually led the way in getting that started in the area, and we welcome the other school systems who are now partners in that, but it's just a really good thing for the entire valley and region. Next week, our 10th graders will also have the opportunity to participate in the Career Quest at the Berglund Center, which is yet another opportunity for students to participate in hands-on demonstrations and learn more about career opportunities here in the Roanoke region. That's once again something that our staff has taken the lead on and putting it together in cooperation with neighboring school divisions, and just applaud that continued focus on just making sure that our students, our graduates, know what wonderful opportunities exist here, regardless of what kind of career path or opportunities that they want to take advantage of. Just a quick note to wish good luck to the students participating in next week's district spelling bee, which will be held here in the boardroom. These elementary and middle school students put a lot of work into preparing for the spelling bee, and I can say that it's always intense for the judges, because usually I'm sitting in a judge, there's a lot of intensity in terms of making sure you hear it right and call the words right. So last week's winning word was notabilia, if any board members want to take a stab at that. So we'll see what happens next week.
As long as nobody tries to spell eagles, I think we're good. Did you guys see that?
No.
Didn't see that. Okay, look it up.
Budget season, of course, has kicked off, and we'll have, of course, our first budget work session, which is scheduled for next week on January 30th. This is, of course, the second year of the biennium for the state budget. There, of course, is a state budget in place, but typically there are changes resulting from initiatives from the General Assembly and the governor if agreements are reached. So I want to thank in advance all the hard work that Ms. Peterson and her team will do and have done already to help us get through and get to a balanced budget, and to the school board for identifying those budget priorities. It's always challenging and sometimes frustrating work, but everyone is focused on prioritizing student needs and doing our best to take care of the employees who take care of the students here in Roanoke County Schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nicely. Item 13.01, reports and inquiries of board members. Mr. Greenway, would you like to go first?
I really don't have anything. The only thing I might mention was, we've had a cold spell here the last few weeks, and had some messages and calls from parents about, their kids going to school. But I'm kind of proud of the fact of how we've made that through this period, and kids have had in-school learning, and we've been able to, no incidents that I'm aware of. So I really don't have anything. See you next meeting.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Linden?
Yes, I'm going to be brief too. I want to congratulate everybody that came in tonight. It's always so exciting to see all these students and be able to recognize them for their accomplishments. So really appreciated for those parents that were here from Hidden Valley. I know they probably appreciated the fact that they won it in 3 games this year instead of having to sit through a 5-game set. So, and congratulations to Ms. Pond for the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Ms. Fashani?
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to spend Inauguration Day with friends at the Heritage Foundation in DC. If you don't know, Heritage is a leading conservative think tank who advocates for policies that prioritizes student success. So I had a great day talking with various staff members there about the great things we're actually doing here in Roanoke County's public schools regarding student achievement. So I just want to thank Heritage for their hospitality and, of course, the warmth, because it was really cold that day. As a founding member and director of the School Board Member Alliance, we recently hosted the Empower Ed Symposium in Richmond. The speakers and lectures provided were top-notch, and we were blessed to have the VDO cabinet stop by. We had Governor Glenn Youngkin, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears, AG Jason Mieres, Secretary of Ed Amy Guidera, and the Cannabis Authority Elizabeth Schultz, among many others who came and spoke at our event. And they expressed deep gratitude for what we're doing. The SBMA strongly supports the Youngkin VDOE school performance and support framework. And I just want to encourage anybody who's listening to go to the VDOE website and look up the school performance and support framework to learn more about it. You'll find everything you need to know about the framework there. Yesterday, I was in Richmond for Legislative Day with the SBMA again. Our AG, Jason Muir, stopped by, and he gave us a little bit of information about the Title IX changes that we're going to be seeing from the state come down the next 90 to 100 days. I had a nice conversation with Senator Suderline. Supervisor Phil North stopped in to say hello, and I was most excited to have the opportunity to talk to Delegate Bill Wiley, who's out of the Winchester area, who's on the Appropriations Committee, about our state funding for our ROCO Career and Tech Center. We had a great conversation about CTE and the need for some more funds in our area, and it turns out he's actually from Roanoke. So he went to Bat Creek Elementary. So I'm really hoping that he'll remember Roanoke County and our need for more CTE funding when making future budget decisions. I also just want to quick thank Jason Sir and his staff who are running the Registered Apprenticeship Program tonight at Bergland. I took the opportunity to stop by on my way here, actually. They were setting up a lot of the businesses, and there were 25-plus businesses. I noticed 3 new ones. I was actually able to stop by all that were there and shake hands and just give them a little bit of, express my gratitude. We have close to, as Dr. Nicely said, almost 400 students that are registered, and almost 25-plus businesses that are there. This is an amazing opportunity for our students because not only are they getting real-world workforce experience, they're getting high school credits for this and actually getting paid. So this is something that is not offered in every single school division, and we're really fortunate that we have the team here and great folks to go ahead and put that together for us. Last but not least, I want to say once again a huge, big thank you and congratulations to our coaches, our parents, and of course our amazing Hidden Valley High School volleyball athletes. It's hard to win one state champ, but 2 in a row is no small task. And I will say, I believe that team is very deep. My daughter plays on it, and I think it's very possible that they will be back here next year and coming forward with another state title. At least that's what we hope. So, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hudson.
Thank you. I don't have a lot tonight. I just want to say I had an opportunity to tour Glen Cove last week with the construction project and framing and drywalls. They're turning what was once big open concept classrooms into individual rooms, and it was very exciting to see the progress there. And I believe you're going to take a tour soon, right, Mr. Greenway? It's amazing how fast they work. I'd like to thank Branch and our staff, Mr. Kegels, for setting that tour up. We had a nice time and got to learn a lot on the project and want to continue to do that and look forward to doing that with CTE Center as they get further along. Also offer congratulations to Hidden Valley and William Byrd. It's very exciting to see our student athletes, and to Mrs. Norman. She was once over on the Catawba side for music, and we miss her, but we have a great music teacher now. But congratulations to her. And again, recognize Alltech. You know, the relationships that we develop with these businesses, I mean, it helps the community and it really helps our students. And I think that's a great opportunity for our kids and to get the $10,000 and actually be able to utilize that to the actual project that they developed. That's just amazing. Again, thank Mr. Tolis at Alltech for that, as well as recognize Mr. Overfelt. They do some really, really neat things at Burton, and I would definitely push anybody that if you're on the edge to go seek some adult ed. It's really cool. It's really fun. He called me out for being absent a few times, but unfortunately, I've had some sick kids and I've been a little busy. But I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and it really gives me an inside perspective. One, you can see the passion that he and the other instructors have, but two, the work that they do there. It's literally an art. I've kind of grew up around racing and that kind of thing, and what they're building, what they're doing is just unbelievable for somebody in high school. And to see that young man get that opportunity for that apprenticeship school, that just really makes me happy because he's going to develop himself and have a solid career, hopefully back here in Roanoke. That's all I have.
Thank you. I just wanted to start by thanking my fellow board members for entrusting me to serve as chair. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. I appreciate the time that our staff puts into sharing their schools with us. It's always my favorite part of our meetings. And congratulations also to our athletes and students and staff that were here tonight and the achievements that they have, that were presented tonight. Just a couple of things that are coming up. I'm looking forward to visiting all of my Cave Springs schools with Dr. Nicely in the next few weeks. It's always nice to see the teachers and students in the classroom, so we're going to be doing that. I received a sweet letter from Kaylee, who is a she's a William Byrd student, who is also at the Roanoke Valley Governor School, and I serve on the board for Roanoke Valley Governor School. And she invited me to come and take a look at their projects. They're in their January intersession, and these projects are a big deal. It's a lot of work, and so I'm hoping to be able to go over there next week and see their projects. I'm also looking forward to touring the new CTE site next week. I'm interested to see the progress that's been made there. Hopefully the weather will be warmer so that we'll be able to do that, but that is the plan at this point. So I just hope that everyone's had a great start to the new year and the second half of our school year. And if no one has anything else, meeting adjourned.